ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blunden and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, Sony's Project Q handheld device revealed, but first, stunning images of galaxies and stars 200,000 light-years away from Earth, captured using multiple telescopes, have been revealed by NASA. Shots recorded by the James Webb Space Telescope and the Chandra X-ray Observatory, plus data from the Hubble Space Telescope and 3 others, using a variety of optical X-ray and infrared capabilities, were combined to create some of the finest space photos you've ever seen. They include the Small Magellanic Cloud, a satellite galaxy relatively close to our Milky Way. The resulting purple, red, orange and magenta cosmic swirls, dots and flashes show a star cluster, spiral galaxy and nebula like something out of sci-fi fantasy art. And you can see an example by clicking on the link in this show's notes. Next, Sony's unveiled a piece of mobile gaming tech that looks a little familiar and leaves Tech and Science Daily wondering, Switch, is that you?
Later this year, we will launch a dedicated device that enables you to stream any game from your PS5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi.
That's the teaser blurb for the new PS5 handheld as part of Sony's showcase event.
Internally known as Project Q, it has an 8-inch HD screen and all of the buttons and features of the DualSense wireless controller.
It comes 2 years after release of the PS5. Now, scientists at King's College London have developed an artificial intelligence model which may be able to predict whether an aggressive type of breast cancer will spread. The software is able to detect changes in the lymph nodes of women with triple-negative breast cancer. Researchers say the ability to detect changes in the lymph nodes could help doctors plan treatment. For the study published in the Journal of Pathology, scientists tested their AI model on more than 5,000 lymph nodes donated by 345 patients and say the model was able to establish the likelihood of breast cancer spreading to other organs. Next, finally, some space success for Sir Richard Branson as his Virgin Galactic completed its last test flight before taking paying customers briefly to the edge of space and back to Earth. A twin-fuselage carrier plane carried up the rocket-powered VSS Unity spaceplane from New Mexico with a crew of 4 staff and stayed about 54 miles above Earth for 3 minutes to let the employees experience weightlessness. Next steps are all those deep-pocketed space tourists getting their chance to go up on the 90-minute trip. About 800 tickets have been sold over the past decade, which started at $200,000 apiece and now cost $450,000. And are some of the tiniest operating instruments you've ever seen, rare and very cute British hazel dormice being given a final checkup by London Zoo vets ahead of their planned release into the wild next month.
They have a full MOT, nose to tail. We check their ears, eyes, teeth, skin and fur, and we also weigh them and take some measurements. We also place a microchip so that we can track them after their release.
That's ZSL's Dr. Elise Summerfield-Smith, and her colleague Maya Folks explains why British dormice are so rare.
UK dormouse numbers have fallen due to the loss of their habitats over the past 100 years. The British dormouse population is now mainly in southern England and Wales, which means that they're vulnerable to extinction. So for the past 30 years we've been working to improve their population numbers and restore them back to the numbers they originally were.
During each 20-gram animal's 10-minute appointment, they were placed under a miniature dormice-sized dose of general anaesthetic while all the checks were undertaken. Elon Musk's brain implant company Neuralink says the US Food and Drug Administration has given approval for its first in-human clinical trial. It marks a critical milestone after earlier struggles to gain approval for human tests, although the company gave no clues on its hopes for the experiments. Musk has previously outlined his vision for the controversial technology, which includes treating health conditions as well as enabling web browsing and even telepathy. It comes after Dutch scientists in a separate research trial helped a paralysed man walk again, using electronic implants to wirelessly bridge his brain and spine. Let's go to the ads. Stay there for more news from the world of tech and science. Plus, first look at the interior of Tesla's Cybertruck. Why not hit follow in the meantime and give us a rating? Welcome back.
Creature the Dark Lord himself has touched.
The early reviews are in for the Lord of the Rings Gollum spin-off video game, and they're generally not great. Complaints include poor quality of the game, dull gameplay, and the character voice made famous by Andy Serkis in the movies not being of the same quality. In fact, The Guardian gave Gollum just 1 out of 5 stars, calling it a derivative, uninteresting and fundamentally broken stealth action adventure that fails to capture anything interesting about Tolkien's fiction. Britain's Ministry of Defence has publicly revealed its latest push into artificial intelligence to fight future wars. And what the MOD claims is a world first, it's been fitting AI into tanks to help better aim shells to destroy moving targets. It's part of an ongoing weapons tech sharing deal with the US called AUKUS. It includes a new generation of nuclear-powered attack submarines. And finally, photos apparently showing the first glimpse inside Elon Musk's Tesla Cybertruck, yes, the one where he accidentally smashed the window, have emerged online. The grey minimalist interior is undoubtedly Tesla, you can tell by the boxy steering wheel, but there are also some features with a retro sci-fi look. Aside from the angular shape of the pickup, touches include the seat controllers as jagged buttons, while there's a vast grey empty dashboard with only a touchscreen controller. You're up to date. Come back at 4 PM for the Leader podcast for the latest news, interviews and analysis from the Evening Standard here in London. We'll be back on Tuesday at 1 PM. See you then.